Let's look at this program. Let's say you're selling computers and you have multiple salespeople selling computers for you. So this program will calculate the total number of items sold, the total revenue, and the average number of items sold by each salesperson. So in this case, we have to repeat. We have to use a loop for this, and that's why. So really here, we're using what we call counter control loops. So this is the first time you're going to be seeing a loop which allows you to repeat something as many times as you want to. So here we go. Let's begin string. We're going to read maybe the salesperson name. INT. Lowercase string here. Lowercase s. Okay. INT. I see like a question mark about that return statement. I don't know, it looks fine, but maybe I'm blind. Or maybe because of INT here. Number of salespeople. So what should we say that? INT num sales. That's how many salesperson or saleswoman we have. That's plenty to write. INT. The next one will say number of items. Num items. How many items that person sold. And INT. The total number. Total items. Total computers. How many altogether? And I'm going to set up a counter there to allow me to repeat INT counter. I can call the counter anything. The word counter means nothing. I can call it C for counter. I can call it cats, dogs, chihuahuas, whatever you want to use for a variable name. So don't let the word counter say because that counts for me. That's really what's going to do here. It's going to count for me, but you can use any variable for that. And the price double. Unit cost. Each unit we sold, how much that unit cost actually. If you're making computers, maybe that computer was $1,500. Since it's money again, let's begin. See out the usual stuff. Fixed, no scientific notation. Show point. Set precision to 2. And now see out. Enter the number of salespeople. And let's read that one. CN. And this is going to be num sales, number of sales. That's why I call that location the number of salespeople. So that's why I'm putting it there. Let's put a space there before we set up the loop. C out and L, just to add an extra space after that. Now, the total items sold so far when you start the program, let's initialize that to 0. And let's set up our counter to start with 0. Because every time I add a salesperson, how many that person sold, I'm going to increment that counter. So when I begin my loop, the first time I enter it, I didn't count anyone yet. So I don't have any items sold, and I don't have someone to count. Like, for example, if you have 5 people and say the first person is number 1, then number 2, then number 3, and so forth. So let me begin my loop now. And I'm going to use the while statement. So while, and with the while statement, you have to put your condition next. I use what? Counter, where is it? Lowercase. Counter is less than the num of sales, the number of sales. So counter is really 0 so far. So it is less than, let's say we have 5 salespeople. So 0 is less than 5. So it's going to make it go through the loop. This loop should have a curly bracket to begin and a curly bracket to end it. It's going to repeat what's inside those curly brackets, because you allow one statement. So if you're going to do more than one statement, I have to use curly brackets. So what do you want to do when you enter that loop? Maybe you want to ask the user, cout, okay. What should we ask them? Enter. I forgot the double quotation. Enter sales person number and put their number now. So this is what? Well, instead of like one line at a time, maybe I can combine them together. Let me just, I can do them one line at a time, but it might be just less typing, because this will put the number, the name of the person, then I gotta ask for the number, but maybe I can do the whole thing in one shot. Intel sales, let's do this. Enter the name of the salesperson and number of items sold. The only thing is not going to say salesperson 1, salesperson 2, salesperson 3 by, I'll say number, maybe I'll make it like that, number, and now I'll put the number. Except the first person right now, counter is really 0. So I could start my counter with 1. But now if you go to 1 and you have 5 people, you're going to say less than or equal to. So now if I put the counter here, it's going to say enter the name of the salesperson and the number of items here, sold by number 1. By number 2, sold by number 3, sold by number 4, and so forth. We'll do a next, we'll stay on the same line actually. Maybe I'll put a space there so it's not squished in like this. Put colon after that, then put a space so you can write the name and that without being squished in. And now let's read them. CN, read the name of the person, and read the name, the number items. So a number of items sold by that person too. So here the name is really useless because I'm using the same location. So I'm going to lose it. Then what you want to do here is increment your counter. Counter equals counter plus 1. So you'll go back and you get the second person. Just to show you, to give you an idea what I'm thinking about my head here. let's see if I've expected semicolon counter +1. That's supposed to be a +1. Now it should be okay. Let's say we have how many salespeople? We have 3 salespeople. Here's the one. Enter the name of the salesperson and number of items sold by number 1. Number 1 is Z, sold 67 items. Number 2, Steve, sold 33 computers. And number 3, Debbie, and she sold 97 computers. And that goes through 3 because we have 3 salespeople. It did it 3 times. That's what the purpose of the loop. The only problem with this, I'm reading the name, but we're not really doing anything with the name. We're not holding it. So in this example, that name is useless. So let me take it out. So let me go back here, enter the number of items. Oh, how about this? Enter number of items sold by salesperson 1, salesperson 2, salesperson 3, salesperson 4, and so forth. So I don't need to read the name now because the name was useless in this example. I had a different idea, but we're not doing anything with it. Notice counter equals counter +1. You can take the shortcut, and the shortcut says after you use that, incremented by 1. After you use it. So after we use it, counter becomes 2. Now, is 2 less than 3? If you have 3 salespeople, yes. Go through it, get number 2, then becomes 3. Is 3 less than or equal to 3? Yes, go through it and get number 3. So this actually will add them all. After you add them now, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot actually to take that number and add it so we can calculate all together how many items. So let's go right here. And total number, every time you go through the loop, is going to equal that number, whatever that number was, plus the number of items. Keep adding them. So now we're done. We got all the number of items sold by each one. So if you want to print that, cout, I'll go give me a new line. That'll give me, just push the cursor down. The total number of items sold, and let's print that. After you do that total item, and let's go to next line. That will tell me how many items altogether sold. I should ask for how much each item cost. So maybe on the top here, so I can print it nicely before I run the program. Cout next line, enter the price of each item. How much did you sell it for? And now we're going to read that. The unit cost, CN, unit cost, I think I used capital U. Did I? Yep. Unit cost, C out just to give me a free line. And L. So this will get the cost of each one before I get into the loop. Unknown. Oh, number of items. That's no space. Or total items. Okay. So now I can print the total items sold. And after I print the total items sold, I can print C out. I already have, I'm going to put a new line. Oh, give me a new line to bring the cursor down. If you want to do enter the cost, we did that. The total sales total sale is, maybe put a dollar sign. And now we're going to go, and to get the total sale, we take the total items and we multiply it by the unit cost. And maybe I'll go to the next line. And finally, I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to explain where it might be a problem. C out. The average number. Let's see, new line. The average number of units sold, that's by each person, is, and the way you get that, you take total units sold, total items, and you divide that by parentheses counter minus 1. Why minus 1? Because when you exit that loop, let's say you have 5 people. When the counter is 5, you go through the loop. But now the counter becomes 6 here. Is 6 less than 5? No, it kicks you out. So when you exit the loop, the counter has 1 more than this one. So that's why we have to divide it by the counter minus 1. And you put that in parentheses to make sure order of operations. And that should, oh, I shouldn't have a semicolon here. And that should do it. Except I can see a potential problem. I'll explain that in a second. Let me save it here. Run it. Let's say we got 5 people. Number of items sold. Enter the price. I don't know. $1,233.20. So now let's test it. Oh, stop unit 5 video. No. File save. Let's run it. Let's add, I don't know. Let's say the number of people is 5 salespeople. Enter the price of each item. Let's say they're selling computers, the same company. It's $15, $25, and 75 cents. The number of items sold by salesperson number 1. That one sold 15 computers. Number 2 sold 22 computers. Number 3 sold 17. Number 4 sold 33 and 28. So if we add them, what do we have? 33, 40, 50. 50 and 50 is 100, 115, I think. The total number is 115. That's the price. So $175,461.25. The average number of items sold by each one of them as an average is 23. And I must have an extra 1. Enter the price of each item. That should have been up there earlier. So that's an early output there. So here's the problem with this program. Run it. Add. Number of salespeople. Let's try 0. That's what I'm thinking. That could be a problem. 15, 25, and 75 cents. Now we have this one. We have division by 0. Why? Because it never went through the loop. Actually, I'm okay because I set counter to a 1. If I set counter to a 0, to start with the first one being 0, then few changes I gotta do. And the changes are, I want to keep going as long as it's less than that. And I'm going to divide by counter, not counter minus 1. Now, if I save this one and run it, I don't know what this add and stop here. Let's say 5 people, 15, 17, 33, 22, 28, again 115. Oh no, I forgot and put 15 here. I guess I sold the price is $15 a piece. The total number of items sold 115. The total number of sales price. I didn't put anything for sales price. Apparently I hit enter by mistake, which means the machine made is 0. I should read what the machine is telling me. Don't ask again. I just go ahead. Total number of salespeople, 5 people. Enter the price of each item, 1525.75. The total number sold. Notice now by person 0 really should be n plus 1. So this I got to make adjustment to that. That's 15. That's 23. That's 30. 23, 27, 22, and 28. The total sales. Why is the total sales is 0? So here counter plus 1, I wanted to say. Items sold, total. 0. Okay. Enter the loop. Totals. Let's use, I like parentheses, as I said before. I'll use a parentheses here. Take this parentheses out. It says do this math here first. Total items divided by the counter. Total average number of items sold is there something here? I don't know if there's anything right there. Nope. I don't know what that add, memory add, and all this junk coming up here. File save and run. Stop. Okay. And now let's run. Number of items, 5 people. Price, $15.75 and 50 cents. Number 1 sold 15 items. Number 2, 23. Number 27. Number 1, 18, 32, 115. This is the sale price. This is the average per unit person. Now, watch this problem here. Let's say we have 0 salespeople. We don't have anyone, no sales this month. The price is $50 and 75 cents. Now we're going to be dividing by 0. See right there? That's you dividing by 0. That's because it looks at the counter. If the counter is 0, it's going to divide by 0. That's really an issue. One way to fix that, you can put an if statement here. Go if so what I can say now, if counter does not equal to 0, do this statement. Else, if it is 0, what do you want to do? Cout we'll say no input. No input. /n/n. Up. I don't need the space here. So this, you never have division by 0. File save and run it. Cout, I'm missing another one of these here. This is bugging me here. Whatever that thing on the right, on the left, I mean. Let's say we have 0 sales people asking for the price, 1,500. So notice that becomes a silly asking for the price if you have no sales. So I'll fix that one. So maybe we should only print so where did we ask for how much it costs? Here we go. I hate copy or cut. Much easier with Windows computers with this program. So after we go through each one, so let's do that. If counter is different than 0, let's do multiple things here. Curly bracket to open it, curly bracket to close it. Let's ask for the price now. Let's ask for the price, okay. Let's do the calculation here. Where's the calculation? Cout. Again, only do that. Cut. Only do that if we sold items. If we didn't sell them, don't waste your time. the total number of items sold, put that, the total items, do that, the average, do that. Otherwise, just say no items sold. And I think that'll be a nicer program. Let's save it and run it. Okay. 0. No salespeople. No input. Perfect. That's what we're supposed to do. Run it. 3 salespeople. Now it's going to ask me for the price. $1,500. First one, oh, the number of items sold by salesperson 1, 1,500. This is 2,000 item by number 2 and 2,500 by number 3. It's going to ask me for the price now. That's an average of 2,000. Enter the price. Let's say it was $20. There's the total number sold. This is the amount of money. This is the average. Oh, that's 25,000. And that's 2,000. That's 27,000. 2850. Yep. 28,500. That's correct. What I should have done actually is move this one also, copy or cut, and put it before you print here. Okay, enter 6 people or 5 people, 300, 200, 500 item, 325, 512, 400. Oh, the price is 400. We have 5 people. And now that gives you the numbers and the average sold by each one. And that's it.